Om Shanti. Good morning. Hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome back. Good morning. Hope you had a really good Amrit Vela. So we were reading the Murli of April 5th, 1981. So where Baba was talking about dharma and karma aligning to our true eternal nature of Adi and Anadi Sthiti, our original state and our eternal state, and that is our original dharma. And when we come from that state, so we will be almost equal to Baba, and our action is also like Baba Saman. So here Baba was talking about how, what is that awareness of who I am is what helps us to align to our original Swadharma. And Baba also takes us to, if we are aligned to our Dharma, so we will be Dharma Atmas, Atma which is aligned to the truth, which is righteous souls. So Baba is also, as a part of practice, that is the understanding, but Baba gives a practice. What is it that we need to practice in order to come back to that original state? Baba says that remember, recall our swamans and all the titles Baba has given, and then try to stabilize yourself in the swaman Baba has given. So that will help us to come back to our swadharma and become dharmatmas. And our karma accordingly will be changed. So Baba was also went through different phases. Am I really making a progress in what Baba is asking me to do? So Baba says there are these three phases we go through. First thing is understanding, knowing, samajna. Second stage is accepting and absorbing. Embodying is the third stage. Sunna, samajna, samana, swarup banna. Sunna, understanding, listen and understand, and align, absorb and stabilize. And then once you engage experience, and then you'll become part of what you're engaged in, you become that you are experiencing, and you will become embodiment of that. So your original nature of purity, peace, power will come naturally. And then you'll become another practice. Baba says, become Swadarshan Chakradari. And Baba says, don't become Paradarshan Chakradari. Have shift your focus of attention inward towards your own self, what you're feeling, what's going on in your mind, clear if there is any thoughts that is not aligned to yourself, clear it, align it to your Swadharma, focus what's going on in your heart, not what people did, what you felt when you interacted with other people, but who you are, Swadarshan, and then you awaken all your five forms, then you'll become Swadarshan Chakradari. So Baba gave a lot of nice practices. Once we start doing that, our natural sanskaras of soul consciousness comes alive. Then we will start becoming world benefactors, merciful ones, bestowers of blessings like that of Baba. And that becomes our natural nature. And Baba says, this is our natural nature. Constantly keep this awareness. This is my dharma. And then once we get there, we have to keep it alive. So Baba says, constantly keep this awareness alive. This is my dharma. No matter what happens, whether through people, nature, or situation, you must remain constantly stable in your Swadharma. So Baba is also cautioning us about this. And the slogan is, no matter what happens, even if I have to die, I will not relinquish my Swadharma. Right? So this is the practice Baba has been telling. So Baba is bringing our attention back to the base of purity. Uh, we claim Sukh and Shanti, which is what we attain once we go to the Swarg, heaven. And again, Baba says, too late boat is not yet up, but nowadays it's almost there. This is not too far. Things are changing very fast. So, to those who are equal to Baba, in constantly observing their elevated dharma while performing their elevated karma, to those who are constantly dharma atmas, to Swadarshan Chakradaris, all the embodiments of spinners of discourse of self-realization. To those who are embodiments of all attainments, to such elevated souls, Bhaktadas love, remembrance, align ourselves to what Baba asking us to do. Clear your mind. Pure stillness. Let your mind be full of peace. And allow that sense of pure peace to seep into your heart. Your heart free from all stimulated emotions. Right. That's within your mind. Make yourself very comfortable being in that stillness. Of your Swadharma, of your seed stage as a spirit. Allow the light double light and extending this love and light like a deity, divine energy. And it is in and out. Welcome back. So Baba is talking to a group of Kumaris who are to become teachers. Looks like there is some training that happened. Baba is talking to Kumaris. This group is of those who are going to become world benefactors. Just want to double check, am I audible? Is sound okay?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Audible.
Sorry, internet is in and out. Okay. So Baba's talking to Kumaris who completed their trainings and who are about to become teachers. Baba says this group is of those who are going to become world benefactors, isn't it? This is the aim you have kept, isn't it? You have the determined thought, do you not, of benefiting yourself and then the world. Bab Dada is pleased to see each of you elevated souls who have become instruments. Each of you Kumaris is going to become an instrument to benefit many souls. Generally, it is said that a Kumari is more elevated than 100 Brahmins. One Kumari is more elevated than 100 Brahmins. However, even 100 is limited. All of you are unlimited world benefactors. You are unlimited, are you not? You do not even have any limited thoughts. So try to see where Baba is going with this. So limited and unlimited. So Baba is trying to measure that your things of what you think about are things which are eternal by nature. So your way of thinking is not limited. You do not even have a limited thoughts or things about limited things. So are you all of you ahead or one another in this race? Are all of you ahead of one another in this race or are all of you number wise? So what do you think? Each of you would have your own specialty. But have you become full of all specialities here? When you have imbibed all specialities, you can be called full. So, what aim have you kept? It is a small matter. It is not a big thing because when you have a determined thought, the attainment you have is automatically according to that. If you simply have a thought without determination, there is a difference. When you say that you are thinking about doing something, that you should do it, that is not called determined thought. A determined thought means that you have to do it, that it has to happen. The word but is removed. Then it is not that you should become that, but that you have to become that. If you kept your aim, you will become number one. Do you experience this life to be easy? You don't find it difficult, do you? The atmosphere of your college does not influence you, does it? Are you able to influence the atmosphere with your impact? Remain constantly free from obstacles? To examine yourself means to be free from obstacles. To examine yourselves means to be free from obstacles. This is one of the powerful statements. So again, it is connected back to the original Murli. When you are Swadershan, then there are no obstacles. To remain constantly free from obstacles, to examine yourselves means to be free from obstacles. You have been told that Baba's sanskaras have to be your sanskaras. It would then be that you are doing everything in name, and that Baba is Karan Karavanha, one who works through others. The praise of Karan Karavanha that is remembered is the practical experience of this time. The praise of Karan Karavanhar Baba that is to remember is the practical experience of this time. You have become good examples. Remain constantly worthy and continue to prove that worthiness. Only those who give such evidence, sabut, are said to be worthy, saput. You don't have any conflict amongst yourself, do you? Because you are knowledgeful. You are able to know one another's sanskaras and are therefore just concerned about transforming your own sanskaras. You don't think that someone else is always like that. Instead, you think about how you can help that one transform. You are merciful towards them. Your vision is not of dislike, but of mercy. Because you have become knowledgeful, an easy life and elevated attainment, can you receive such fortune anywhere else? You are very good and serviceable hands. It will be very good when such hands as you continue to emerge. When you children have courage, Baba helps. When you children have courage, Baba helps. Shaktis are always victorious. It is impossible for Shaktis not to experience victory. Let's take a minute. How Baba is inspiring Kumaris, those who are to become teachers. Baba is mainly emphasizing on how to be free from obstacles. One thing Baba is emphasizing is on staying in that unlimited awareness. Always think big, always think big from the consciousness of eternity, which is the soul, interactions with the soul, eternal Baba, eternal relationship with Baba, eternal drama. Think big. And Baba is telling, have a determined thought. And again, as you come back in this world of action and interaction, so there won't be any obstacles as long as you are focusing on yourself. So Baba is looking up to all the teachers to give the proof and sabut and saput. So those are the ones who give the proof of this are worthy, saput. So Baba says, encouraging your Shaktis, you are victorious and moving forward. There is another group Baba is meeting. This year, each child has to pay special attention to 3 certificates: to be liked by yourself, and be liked by the people and to liked by Baba, like by self, Baba, and the family. By checking yourself in Babdala's room, you can judge yourself to see whether you have gained the certificate of being liked by yourself or not. At that time, Baba becomes the mirror. When we sit in Baba's room and reflect, do I like myself? Do people like me? Does Baba like me? So then Baba will become a mirror to show the reality. Whatever you look at in this mirror is very clearly reflected. At the time you look, if your mind gives you the certificate that you are okay, that is fine. However, if you reflect that you are not all right, then you have to transform yourself. If, for instance, someone is given a signal, but that soul doesn't understand that he is wrong. If the majority gives a signal for you to pay attention to something, do you use that dictates of your own mind, Manmat? You have the power of truth. It is said that truth is greatness. Only those who themselves bow down are great. If you have to bow down in order to benefit someone, then that is not bowing down, but greatness. Those who are great will bow down in order to serve many others. It's really deep. Baba is talking about 3 certificates: self, family, and Baba. And how do I know? Sit in Baba's room and sit before Baba. And not as a ritual, but if your mind is not, in Hindi, it is the man, which is the heart. In fact, if you go a little deeper, it is your conscience. If your conscience says you are okay, that is fine, right? And other thing Baba is giving is use the power of truth. What I am feeling, try to validate what is going on, align it to the eternal truth. Is it aligned to the truth, right? So truth is another mirror. And other thing Baba is telling is greatness and bowing down. Bowing down is an act of humility. Humility is more comes when you are really comfortable with yourself. You're not going against your own sense of comfort. Then only humility comes. If I am restless inside and I'm upset inside and I have to bow down, I have to comply with the forces of what people are saying or what maryadas or niyam and all kinds of things are telling. So then there is no greatness in it. The real humility comes when I'm really comfortable inside, my conscience is clear, when I'm really comfortable with my own presence, and everything else happens externally. So then it is very natural that humility naturally comes, that sense of composure is there when you are presenting, and that expression has greatness. So this is really deep thing Baba is talking about. So Baba says, therefore pay special attention to this. There is carelessness in this. In other words, Baba is telling you're not paying attention enough. When you say that you're fine, that is okay, but those who are fine are, also able to mold themselves. If others have waste thoughts due to your behavior, others having waste thoughts due to your behavior, then if you were to mold yourself, what loss would you experience? At least you would receive everyone's blessing. These blessings are also beneficial. Do not go into the expansion of why or what. Put a full stop to all questions such as, why is this like this? Or how will this happen? Etc. Now, become like a lighthouse and spread this speciality in all directions. This is known as someone suggesting something and someone else accepting that suggestion. किसी ने बोला और माना. You then become instrument in giving happiness to many. Don't think that you will demean yourself by doing this. No, just think that you are transforming yourself because you have made a mistake. Even at work, you have to make such physical effort. Therefore, what does it matter if you bring about a little transformation in yourself in order to become a great elevated soul? You have to become Arjuna in this. Through this, you will be able to change the atmosphere. So this is the key Baba is asking us to pay attention. Don't worry about what is right or what is wrong externally, but look big. And your goal is not to prove yourself right, but your goal is to create a right atmosphere. So focus on the thing that brings transformation, which is, and actually that brings the truth, which is the atmosphere, not the statement, who said what, I said this, you said that, you are right, I'm right, or not right. So instead of getting into that, go, sorry. So Baba is telling, go one step deeper and focus on the on creating atmosphere. It will then spread from one to another. That atmosphere has that power to touch the hearts and transform. To admit having made a mistake is not a big thing. However, when you have not made a mistake, but in order to pacify everyone, you admit that you have made a mistake, that is a great thing, because people will eventually get to know it. If others then try to clarify situation and say that, oh, you did something, if you are brought down, it doesn't matter whether others know you are right or not. At least you have claimed a number ahead of Baba's list. That is not called suppressing yourself. Some Brahmins speak this language when they say, how many times do I have to give in? How many times do I have to die? How much more do I have to tolerate? If you are subservient here, many others will massage your feet there. It is not suppressing yourself, but becoming worthy of being worshipped by many others. This is how you become great. Acha? I just want to take a pause because this is a really deep point Baba is asking us to. So even in terms of psychology, anything that you try to suppress will come out in one form or other. If you suppress yourself emotionally, it will show up in your body, right? If there is a fear of being subservient, there is illness, that diabetics and this chronic non-communicable diseases, all diabetic, asthma, respiratory disease, immune system, everything goes down when you suppress it. So the big part is don't suppress. But what is Baba asking us to do when you say like suppress? So Baba is asking us to shift your focus of attention on petty things, take your attention away from petty things and bring your attention to something which is bigger. So here the bigger thing is about what really matters in a long run is that healthy atmosphere. So if you just have a bigger heart and you allow people to say, all right, so maybe something, I might have done something wrong, but you keep your heart bigger. You are not suppressing emotions. You raise your heart higher, and that is the only time that you can allow things to happen. In this physical world, there is so much we can do. So we cannot make other people think differently. We cannot change other people's behavior, but we can have a bigger heart and create that powerful atmosphere and allow people to uh, feel comfortable in your company. So you are raising yourself above. So in this process, emotionally, you are at a bigger place. You feel bigger than the other person. And that is what Baba is asking us to. So just let this petty things pass by, but keep your heart bigger. And that is what makes you grow in Baba's heart. And then you grow in Baba's list. It's a beautiful process Baba is asking us, sharing us here. So just thinking we can pause here, we can continue tomorrow. It's a really beautiful Murli, very practical and very relevant in nowadays, whatever is happening uh, within our lives, because as the time is coming closer, all the things will start emerging from, which are all buried and suppressed in different forms. It will start showing up, or the drama will demand more from us than what it was demanding all along in last couple of years. So Laukik, Alaukik, even in Brahmin family, things will start happening. You know, and people have been so busy in seva and all kinds of stuff, which is a kind of distraction. But once we start focusing on ourselves, things will start emerging. So it is very important to uh, become Swardarshan Chakradari and try to align to the powers of eternity, power of Baba, power of the soul, power of drama, to emerge our original capabilities. So that creates this powerful atmosphere to allow this transformation to happen, not only for ourselves, but also in the world. And that definitely helps us like to gain these 3 certificates, what Baba is telling. Because we feel good when we align ourselves to our Swadharma, and Baba feels good when we are helping Baba in his task, and people will feel good because we are creating powerful atmosphere for their own transformation. So we get to gain all 3 certificates. So let's take a few minutes to meditate on this. Slow down. Slow down your mind. Feel the energy of your mind as as the thoughts starts fading off into that pure, peaceful stillness. Focus on that energy in your heart with the power of your mind. Hold this peaceful atmosphere inside. And allow all heavy feelings to dissolve. Observe that sense of lightness growing in your heart. Love, that pure, loving light. Your heart is in touch with your pure, eternal self. The pure spirit, your pure presence, filling your heart, your mind, and your presence. Take your time, make yourself very comfortable with this eternal reality. You are. Make yourself very comfortable. With your pure power, natural, powerful presence. Just allow this power of eternity to fill your awareness. I am. And make yourself very comfortable going beyond all this transient world, going beyond drama, very comfortable, feeling at home in this soul world, very much in tune with Baba, the blissful, the merciful, bestower of blessings, very close to Baba, sitting in Baba's heart, Baba's presence filling your heart. And transforming the atmosphere in whichever role that you're playing in this drama. In your Laukik, at your work, or with Brahmin family. You are bringing this powerful atmosphere of eternity into every scene. Being Baba's instrument, creating powerful atmosphere of transformation, bringing everyone closer to Baba, bringing closer to themselves, eternal self, giving that feeling of being at home. Not getting stuck in the transient things of the world, staying beyond, staying above, free from obstacles, but focusing on your stage and the energy of Baba. Om Shanti, Shanti. Beautiful Murli. So, how are you keeping this practice alive for the rest of the day? What resonated from the Murli for you? Yeah, Girija-ben.
Yeah, I think one thing which Shanti, in the Murli is that determined thought. And I love the word in Hindi, Drida Sankal. Especially, I remember when Bap Dada used to say the energy with which Bap Dada used to emphasize it on children, really used to pull all the something in me and say, yes, I must do it. See, when we were young, we were told determination is a positive, emotional feeling. It is something very single minded. And I remember for determination, we were always told if you want to be determined, you need a goal, you need a commitment, and you need a focus. But that was on a different level. But here today, when Baba is talking about this determined thought, two things. First of all, the thought. So the thought, I have to first know what is the thought. So I have to first check the thought. And once that thought has been given a go signal, or what I say, it has passed the immigration status and all, according to Baba's Shrimat, according to all, then I have to make it as a single point, like what we call it, set limits for it that nothing or no one can actually remove me from not achieving it. It will help. It will. There are so many steps. They say that is, it does not. You are wanting to do something very much, and you're not allowing anyone or any difficulty to stop. So if you take that word determined thought, no, it's like a dynamo. I feel that word, and I don't think with 20 to 30% of what Baba mentioned, I can really do it. Determination is there. When the blood is young and thing, we have the Josh, we say. With the Josh, we tell Baba, yes, Baba, we shall do it. Yes, Baba, we shall do it. We promise. what happens to the determination when we come out? What is that which liquidates or liquefies it, I was thinking. So that one determined thought is something which I like always, because Baba always mentions it the Murli. And as I told you, I like the way he, his body, his face when Bap Dada speaks. I think that's one thing I would really like to do. How do I really bring the dridata in my sankalp? But two things, as I said, sankalp, then determination. Om Shanti.
Beautiful. Yeah. This energy of determination helps us to make things happen. Thank you. Anyone else?
The main today's Murli Baba mentions about bowing down, even if you know you haven't done the mistake, but just to keep the Sangathan accepting it and taking everything together. He says that in Sangam, if you bow down, you get the service from others in the golden age. Okay, that's the fruit. But the beauty is the way Baba has elevated the power of tolerance today. And that is only possible when we stand in the space of soul consciousness. It's only when we come in body consciousness is where we think about being right and wrong and making others being right and wrong. So that's one deeper aspect to today's Murli that touched me today, that what it means to bow down.
Yeah, really beautiful practice. So one thing is looking at the future, like things will be better tomorrow. But if I don't take care of myself today, uh, it will show up in one form or other. It will show up in my expression or my behavior somewhere else. If I suppress here, it will show up somewhere else. But here, like you nicely mentioned, so when I raise above, when I uh, think big, not just thinking big, feeling big. So that is when the focus is more on gathering, keeping the gathering together, having a bigger heart. And you are scoring there itself. You're already making a score there. Yeah. Thank you.
Shanti, Baba said, we need to check whether we have got all these certificates. So Baba is the mirror. So Baba said how to check this by going to Baba's room and then sitting there, and we will experience it by ourselves whether we have really got that certificate or not. So that's one way to check. Yeah, so that's the thing that I liked it. It is me.
Yeah, this is really it's really a subtle practice, listening to the conscience, because other day, like a couple of weeks ago, Sister Denise was sharing little bit deeper on this topic of listening to the conscience. Sometimes conscience does not even speak because it was suppressed so much, and it was denied, and it was ignored so much. So it will stop talking also. In other words, when Baba is telling, listen to your conscience, sit before Baba, use Baba as a mirror, uh, you will not hear anything. That is what she was telling. Like, look, because it was suppressed so much, or even though the voice is so feeble that you can't even hear. And our emotions are so loud. Our sense of justification or reasoning is so loud that you can't even hear that feeble voice of your conscience, which was beaten up so much all along our life. So what she was recommending is you have to go into that stillness. You have to observe and clear this loud emotion, noise of these emotions to subside. And as you're clearing that, that is when you make space for your conscience to come alive and then say something. Is it right or not right? And yeah, that practice is very much needed. And especially once my conscience is clear, then I can really listen to what Baba is telling. Otherwise, it's more like intellectual stimulation. Yeah, it's a good deeper practice. Thank you, Vijay Bhai, for bringing.
Yeah. So how do we ensure that it's not the dictates of my own mind?
That's right. That's very true. So it's very mixed up, you know, especially when, for me personally, boy, this lesson of drama is so powerful because my emotions are stirred up because something is happening which I don't like. And I have a reason why it should not be like that, why it should be like this. And my emotions are stirred up. And if I latch on to that, my emotions brew so strong that it will show up not only in my body language, in my tone and everything else, but also in my expression. So this loudness, when it increases, conscience dies. So accepting drama, accepting the scene, accepting does not mean that I'm agreeing that whatever is happening is the right thing and I should align to that. No, accepting means like this is happening, this is a part of the scene, and don't fight the stream. So once I stop fighting back that scene, it should not be like this, it should be like this, and I'm trying to fix each and everything uh, to make myself comfortable, it would be like fighting back with that which is eternally designed. So you'll never win, so you'll drain yourself. So first accepting this is part of the drama, this is their role, this is what is happening. All right, I accept it. Let me move forward. So, in other words, when I say I move forward, I stop creating more emotions around that scene. So then there is some clear atmosphere created inside my conscience. They say, like, okay, so now I accept that drama is this. Like, what is that Baba really wants? What is it that really need to happen? Uh, Sometimes there is nothing much we can do. So all we have to do is like just tune back into our Swadharma, connect to Baba, and allow the atmosphere to create. So, you know, we are so action oriented. So we have to shift that action into atmosphere oriented, action oriented to atmosphere oriented. So, and that atmosphere only comes from our presence. And acting from your presence, creating that, shifting that energy is the very action that we have to shift. So then I realized that, oh, this is emotions are manmat. And aligning to Baba's energy and shifting that atmosphere, you even there is different grades. Like as I start practicing, then you start feeling like what actually should be, right? And then Baba will start working through us, and then you'll see that, oh, this is Baba's mat. Mat is not just the thought. Mat is not just a right or wrong kind of thing. Mat is that energy. Is Baba's energy working through me, or is the energy of the soul working through me, or is the energy of my emotions, triggered, stirred up emotions working through me? That is where is the different gradations coming up. Yeah.
Shanti, just one point I wanted to add here. See, in today's Sakar Murli, Baba gave a kind of a statement. Are you not ashamed of being impure? Become pure. And I remember the same kind of corollary he had done in the Murli, what you read yesterday. Looking at your own body as a body itself is soul consciousness, is not its body consciousness. Then what if looking at others, what name shall I give it? I don't know. When I read the Sakar Murli, I just remember. No, you were talking about the certificate. See, if you see in that paragraph, Baba has said, if your mind gives you the certificate, they're okay, it's fine. Only when you reflect that you're not all right, then you must transform yourself. So, and then he is saying, don't use the dictates of your mind when majority give a signal. Now I have to know, ask Baba, what is that majority, how it is to be defined. And then he also says, you have the power of truth, and truth is greatness. Because just 2 days back, Baba had given 3 bullet points. Certificate from Father, cleanliness and honesty. Certificate from a self, clear Shriman, and what we call it as no manman. And certificate from the family, give regard, receive regard. So when it's given, when here clearly Baba is saying, you must transform yourself only when you reflect in Baba's room that you're not right. So then can you tell me when I should score off or wrong that it is manman?
So for me, this is something my boss said. See, if one person is telling that, oh, look, you're being little aggressive, so like, oh, okay, maybe it is his perspective. If 10 people are telling the same thing, and 10 people are saying the same thing at different settings, like at my law kicks, they are saying the same thing, at my workplace, they are saying the same thing, totally disconnected group of people are giving the same feedback to me, then maybe there is a chance that there is something I need to change. You see, right? So that is where I think Baba is also bring our attention to. If more people are telling the same thing about you in a different context, so maybe there is something I'm not getting the point, right? I need to revisit something about myself. So that is the sign that there is some manmat is going on inside myself, right? So that is what Baba is bringing our attention. Sometimes, it is hard to see our own shadow because we are so focused on the light, but we forgot that there is a shadow behind it too. So sometimes we just have to walk into the room of light and then allow and then carry that light with us, because sometimes we cannot even process intellectually, like, oh, am I doing wrong? What should I be doing? What should I not be doing? Yeah, there's a beautiful Murli. Let's carry it forward tomorrow. Let's take a minute to just soak in. Very much aligned to your powerful presence. Allowing your heart and your mind and your awareness to stay beyond with Baba and our family. And transforming the atmosphere wherever you go, an atmosphere of transformation and upliftment. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you, Papa. Thank you, Arshabai. Thank you, Divine Family. We shall connect again tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, all have a beautiful day.
Before we close this session today, there's an announcement about a class on Sunday, which Arif Bhai will be taking. The session is topic is Promise of Purity. So let's all attend the session and take the benefit of the session.